everybody, I am finally back with a new video for you guys. I know it's been forever since I last filmed a proper video. Hopefully you've been satisfied with just the few vlogs that I've posted. Anyway, so I've got a October November favorites video for you today, and I've got a ton of stuff, and it's a good one. They're good stuff. I think you're gonna like it, and I've got a lot of it, so we're just gonna jump right to it so we can get through it. So let's get to it. Alright, so I will be showing you these things in no particular order. I mean, I go by categories as usual. So we're gonna start with the makeup products as per usual. And let's start with the foundation. There are quite a few foundations that I've been loving the last 2 months, mainly because my skin has been doing this thing where it's like, I'll be loving one and then all of a sudden it'll be like, no, screw you, we're not gonna work anymore. You need to use a different foundation. And that's basically my relationship with my face. So to start off, I've been using the Maybelline Super Stay Makeup, I don't know how to say that word, Maquillage? Unless that's just French, I have no idea. But it's a 24-hour coverage. It says Microflex Formula Foundation, Zero Transfer, 24-hour wear. In the color, cannot find it, the color Sand Beige. It says it withstands heat, sweat, and humidity. No transfer, won't rub off. Flexible, breathable, comfort, oil-free, non-pore clogging, suitable for all skin types. Shake well before use. Basically, I picked this one up. It's a new, well, obviously it says new on the package. It was a new foundation that had just come, I cannot talk. It's a new foundation that Maybelline released, and I thought I'd give it a go because I liked that it said 24-hour staying power and that it withstood heat, sweat, and humidity, because I don't know, for some reason at university, the university I go to, it's like they jack up the heat and I'm always cooking when I'm at school. So I needed something that would stay on my face even when I was kind of sweating a little bit, which sounds gross, but you know, that bit of dewy grossness you get on your face from kind of overheating. So basically you just want to know if it's good or not, and I'm here to tell you it is amaze balls. It doesn't have a pump, which makes me sad. I like foundations with pumps, but it works very nice. It gives you a pretty good coverage, and it does literally withstand sweat and heat and humidity. So it does exactly what it says, and I'm very happy with that. So I'm glad I found a foundation that does that. When I was in Vancouver in October, I picked up the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer. So it's a 2-in-1 foundation, and it says on the back here, the foundation and concealer in one, covers thoroughly with a lightweight feel. Naturally flawless look, lasts all day for all over coverage, or use to spot conceal. It's in the color number 4 Cream Whip, and I was a bit skeptical about this because I bought another Clinique, I think it was Clinique, foundation, and it didn't work so well. So I thought I'd try this one. I'm gonna say right now, I would not just use this as a concealer unless it completely matches your skin tone. The thing I found when I was searching for the color, my proper color for the Clinique brand here, they don't have a lot of ivory colored ones, which is why this one is Cream Whip, and they're more of a beigey color, so I couldn't find one that was straight ivory and that completely matched my skin tone. So this one is a bit darker than my skin tone. So when I put it on, it gives me a bit of a more tanned look, which I'm okay with, because then it means that, okay, there's a hair on my nose and it's driving me crazy, sorry. All right, what was I saying? Don't even remember. Oh, yeah, that it gives you a bit of a tanned look to your face, so, which I said was fine because then I didn't have to bronze as much. And I'm already, as you can tell, you probably are blinded by my paleness right now, so you can assume that I'm not using this foundation. So it gives good coverage though, because it is a foundation concealer. It gives really, really, really good coverage. But you do have to make sure with this one you blend, 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 blend. I cannot stress that enough. You need to blend this. Otherwise, it will look not so great on your face. I mean, that's common, that's common sense for any foundation, but I just found this one, especially because it's not quite matching my skin tone, I do need to blend a little extra to kind of make it look decent. So then I moved on to a Rimmel foundation. This is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 hour, not 24, they had to add the extra hour in there. With Comfort Serum. It's a skin perfecting full coverage foundation in 100 Ivory. So this is a full coverage. I know I've showed you before, like way back when I first started wearing makeup, I think it's the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. I think that's what it is. And this is the counterpart to it, or the sister foundation. And this one just has way more coverage than the Wake Me Up one. And that is what I've been needing the last month and a half here. My skin has just been breaking out like you wouldn't believe. It's been awful, and I've hated it. The only way that I was finding to cover up the redness and the spots was a full coverage foundation, which I do not like all the time, just because it can cause more acne, so you gotta be careful with that. But this was working really well. It didn't look like I was wearing like a super huge amount of foundation on my face, so I really liked this. And like I said, it did give me a pretty good coverage. Obviously it's not perfect, and you do need your concealer to help cover up some of the red spots. So I moved on to the Healthy Bourjois foundations. They're not both healthy. Apparently only one's healthy. So first of all, this one is the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Serum, and this is the Bourjois Paris 123 Perfect foundation. So this one, we'll start with this one. This is in the color 52 Vanilla, so it's their lightest shade because I'm pale. And this one is more like a BB cream, so it's not as much coverage. It's really light and fluffy, and it blends really nicely into your skin. And I was liking this one back in September when my skin wasn't that bad, and it was giving me a decent coverage without putting on too much foundation. But since my skin was breaking out, I couldn't use this as much, which you're probably wondering, if your skin's breaking out, why are you showing us this favorite? But we will get to it. So it's a gel foundation, 16 hours radiance boosting, even reviewed complexion. It's vitamin-rich fruit therapy, instant anti-fatigue. So what I do is I take this and I put a little bit on my hand, and then I do a full coverage over my face with this foundation. My nose right here is just really itchy. I'm sorry if I keep touching there. So I do a full coverage with this one, so all over my face, blend it in. And obviously, like I said, this doesn't give you a full coverage, so it doesn't hide all of the redness and the acne. So it's just basically, I use it as a base, kind of like a primer. I put primer, and then I put this. I'm having issues explaining this. Apparently, my brain is just not computing what I want to say. Organizing my thoughts in a logical manner. What I'm talking about. Put this on, and it does a decent job at covering up all of the imperfections. And then right after, I take out my Bourjois Paris 123 Perfect foundation, and this one is got 3 correcting pigments, and it says 0 imperfections. That is a lie. It's not, all foundations are not perfect, and they will not give you a completely flawless coverage. That's just the truth of it. This one is also in the number 52 Vanilla, and it says it's supposed to correct yellow pigments, so anti-dark circles. It's got mauve pigments, so that does the anti-dull complexion, and it's got green pigments, and that helps with anti-redness. And I found that mixing these two together creates a really nice, flawless looking, as flawless as you can get anyway, coverage. And the reason I started mixing them was because I was just using this on its own, but I found that the green pigmentation in it was kind of making my face a little bit of a weird color. And I mean, once I blended it in, it was okay, but this kind of did what the Clinique one was doing and giving you more of a brown look. So when I mixed it with this, it took away that really, really tan look this one was giving me by itself. And it made it so that I didn't have to use as much of this foundation because it's a thicker and heavier coverage. I found that it was just kind of too much on my face. So by mixing them, I put on some of this and I can put on just a little bit of this and I'm good to go. And it pretty much covers most of my blemishes and the redness, and then I just have to use a teeny tiny bit of concealer to cover up the rest of it. So I'm really, really, really chuffed with these, and I'm probably going to continue buying these ones for sure. So I would recommend you go and get these. I don't know, I can't remember how much I paid for them. I think they're about 20 bucks, around that price range. So really, really, really good foundations. Go get yourself some of these ones if you're looking for a foundation. So we'll continue on with the face, and I have a Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer product. And this is called the Base Correctrice. I'm not even, that's another language, that's why. It's a correcting primer, and it helps with redness. So just like the green pigment in the Bourjois foundation, this is to help with redness as well. So I put a little bit of this on after I've moisturized, and then I add some of this, and then I put my primer on. So this helps to kind of dull in the redness just a little bit. It's not like perfect, but it, you know, every little step in the skin perfecting process helps. Picked up the CoverGirl, the Supersizer mascara, and I thought it's a new one, and it's in Very Black, and it said it was supposed to make your lashes really, really full, and it was true. I really, really love this mascara. The brush looks like weird, very odd, and I thought that when I first pulled it out, and I'm like, how's this gonna make your lashes look great? But I don't know how it does it, but it does. And I love it. So I recommend you going out and getting this one as well, the CoverGirl. The last mascara I've really been loving is the Maybelline Colossal Chaotic Lash. Sorry, I was reading the French side. This is Volume Express in waterproof, and I believe it's in Very Black as well. This was a new one that had come out, and I gave it a try, and I just love it. I got this way back in, I think, like September, and I didn't really start using it until October. And it's just got a big old brush, and it just gives you a nice, good, full coverage, and I love it. I've been using it actually quite a bit the last 2 weeks here, so this is definitely one of my faves. One of my faves for sure. I really like Maybelline mascaras. They usually do a pretty decent job, so I'm always pretty impressed. Alright, and finally, the lips. I haven't been wearing a lot of lipstick or lip gloss purely for the fact that I was getting quite a bit of acne around my mouth area, and so when I would add red lipstick or lip gloss, I felt like it just accentuated my acne. So the only one that I have been really loving is my Kate Moss Rimmel 107, and it's that really berry toned lipstick. It's on my lips obviously, so you can see it. I just really love this, and I think it's like the perfect fall color, fall winter color, and it works pretty much with anything, and I love it. Alright, we will move on to makeup brushes, or makeup brush, since I only have one brush to show you. It's a little dirty, as you can see. This is the Real Techniques stippling brush, and you know what, for the longest I've had this for a while, and I just didn't really use it too much because I was like, I like my other Real Techniques brush for blending foundation, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure you use this for foundation, or I just changed the use for it. But I've watched a video, I can't remember who I was watching, but they said especially when you have acne prone skin, you should be dabbing it, like patting it, the foundation, into your skin, not using circular motions to blend it in. So this was, because it's got such a flat surface, I figured, you know, this will probably work best. And I think, like, honestly, I think it makes such a huge difference in patting it than to swirling it in. Because when you're kind of swirling it like that, you're kind of just moving it around your face. Instead, when you pat it in, you're patting it into your skin to make it more of a flawless coverage. And I just think it's doing an amazing job, and I really, really, really like this stippling brush. So good job, Real Techniques. I think you can get this actually at like London Drugs or Walmart, or sometimes at Winners. And it's only about $9, I think. So I really, really recommend this brush for foundation. Moving on to eyeshadows. Now I've been I haven't been wearing as much eyeshadow as I would like to be, but when you're going to school, sometimes you just don't even feel like getting all prettied up. But the ones that I have been using are the Naked 2 Urban Decay, Naked 2 palette. It's the Basics palette, and it literally just has really neutral colors in it. And I have been really liking Skimp, Stark, Frisk, Cover. Yeah, just the first four here, these four. I've been really, really loving those. I watched a video where a YouTuber, I think it was My Pale Skin, she did a tutorial on just a nude looking eye, and I really, really liked it. And I thought it looked, it just was so nice and neutral and basic, and it made your eyes look better, but it wasn't like you were piling on the eyeshadow. So I really, really like this palette. For the longest time, I didn't even use it until I watched that tutorial, and then I was like, mind blown. I now know how to use the neutral Basics Urban Decay palette. So I really, really like this. So thank you. I think Michelle gave this to me. Was a friend from work who I used to work with. She's gone now. I miss you, Michelle. Shout out to Michelle, if you're watching this. But yeah, I think she got this for me, so thank you. And finally, I think I've shown this in a favorites before, but I'm going to show it again because I just love it so much. It is the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette, and it is, you can tell it's well used because it's very dirty. But my favorite out of these ones is Honey Pot up here, and that says, and Push Up, and Silk Teddy, and then I use Nude and Heaven quite a bit as well. I haven't used these ones as much. These 3, 4, wow, I can't even count. So these 4 right here, so it's mostly just these ones that I use. And I really love this palette because, ow, it pinched my skin. I really just love this palette because it has all of the basic colors, and they kind of just work all year round. And it's my favorite, like literally, like favorite. Like it's more favorite than anything else. If that makes sense. So we're gonna move on to skincare products, and obviously because I've been having quite a bit of breakout, I've been experimenting with different kinds of products. I was using some, is it Vichy? I think it's Vichy, or Vichy, whatever, however you pronounce it, and I was using that, but I found I was breaking out even more by using it, so I stopped using it, and now I'm using, what am I using? I think it's Garnier, not cleanser, but face wash. But that's besides the point. What I want to show you for this is, it is a Fabulous Makeup Melt by Bliss. It says gel to oil cleanser, formulated with spa essential oils for clean, balanced skin. So basically with this, what you do is, it's kind of a gel, like it's a gel to oil, and you just rub it in between your fingers and then rub it all over your face until it turns into an oil, and then you just wash your face, and it gets rid of the makeup. So what I do is I take a face wipe, like a makeup wipe, and I wipe down my face, and then I use this, and this gets rid of all the excess makeup and cleans out your pores. So I've been really, really liking this. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look online to see if I can get another one, because this came in my top box. So it's just a little tester, so thank you Top Box for this. I really, really like it, and it's really been, I think it's kind of helping my skin a little bit. So I recommend, if there are any, I don't know if there are any other kind of makeup melt products out there, but if there are and you know of some or you've seen some, I would go get some of those, because it's really, if you want to clean out those pores like really good, you need something like this. And then I just picked this up a while ago. It's the Vichy Laboratories serum, and basically it's for if you have, I guess it on the box it said like if you're under a lot of stress or unhealthy diet or dull looking skin. Basically this was supposed to help brighten up your skin and make it look glowy. So I've been really liking this. So then right after I apply the Vichy serum, I apply a Clarins Paris gel fondant cream gel. I just can't even read. I can't count and I can't read. It says for normal to combination skin, and I just really like this because I find a lot of lotions that I use for my face, they kind of just, they don't like moisturize your face. They just kind of sit on top of your skin, and I hate that. And in the wintertime I get really dry skin on my nose and in between my eyes, and then even my eyes actually get kind of dry as well, my eyelids. And I really need a good moisturizer to get me through that so that my makeup goes on better. So I was recommended this when I was in Shoppers Drug Mart by a very nice sales lady in Vancouver, and I really love it. It is a bit expensive. I cannot remember how much it was. I know it's over, I think it's over 20 bucks. It's probably like $30 or $40, maybe 50. But I probably will be buying this again. It's almost done, and it's just a white cream, and it smells nice. It just smells fresh, and I find that this is out of all of the moisturizers I've ever used, this is by far my favorite. And then the last thing I do when I clean my face at night is I use the Clarins Paris Lotus Face Treatment Oil, 100% pure plant extracts, for oily or combination skin. So basically, you're not supposed to use this every night, but the lady at the counter recommended that I use it every second day. And it sounds funny, which is what she said to me. She's like, I know it's gonna sound weird, me telling you to use an oil on your already oily skin, but this, I don't know what it does. I don't know how it works, but it's like magic, and you're supposed to put a little bit on your fingers, and then you rub it together until it's warm, and then you just put it all over your T-zone, or basically wherever you get the oily skin. And I don't know if because it's oil on oil, or I don't know what it does. It's like a magic serum, and it just counteracts the oil in your face. And so when I wake up in the morning, and you're supposed to just use it at night, when I wake up in the morning, my skin doesn't feel as oily, and it looks a lot brighter, and it looks a lot nicer in the morning. And normally, I've struggled with really oily skin my entire life pretty much. So when I wake up in the morning, my skin will always have a bit of an oily feel to it, and it's really gross, and I don't like it at all. But this has been really helping to eliminate the oil. So I would recommend people go out and try. You don't have to necessarily use the Clarins one. I think there's different brands that have an oil product for you to use. So you'll have to go out and search through your drugstores or makeup departments or whatever, skincare departments, and see if they have something and that maybe will be a little more in your price range. So for hair care products, I have been loving the Vital Sassoon Cherry Almond shampoo and conditioner, and they smell so good. That's kind of the first reason I wanted to get them, because they smelled delicious. And it says it's the iconic scent that started it all. And it said it was also suitable for colored hair, which is another reason I bought it, because I was using a shampoo that wasn't made for colored hair. And because I colored my hair, I needed a shampoo that was meant for colored hair. And the other one I was using was leaving my hair feeling not so soft and not so great. And it was always when I would brush it out after the shower, it was so knotty and dry feeling. It was bad. So anyway, I started using these, and they were amazing, so good. So I really recommend you go out and get these, because they're great. And I think they're only 10 bucks each or less, I think. I picked these up at the Superstore, and I really have nothing but good things to say about them. They're almost finished, so I gotta go get more. And I like bought these way back in, I think, end of September. So that lasted a good 2 months, 2.5 months. And yeah, they leave my hair feeling so soft. And honestly, since I've been using these, I have been getting away with showering every second day. Milestone, people, milestone, because before I had to shower every single day because my hair got so greasy. But for some reason, since I started using this and then a bit of dry shampoo the next day, my hair has been lasting. So highly recommend these. Alright, so those are all my favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. It did probably get a bit long, but whatevs, it's favorites. You want to see makeup, you want to know about them, so it's got to be a little bit talkative. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more. I'm almost at 70 subscribers, guys. Come on, we can do it. 70, that's my goal, 70. Anyway, you know, share my videos with your friends. Anyone who like really... My cat is just being such a knob right now. Anyway, yeah, so just share my videos with your friends, anyone who like really likes makeup, and you know, I could be a helpful advice giver to other people who enjoy makeup. So thank you for your support, all 68 of you, and yeah, I'll see all you guys next time. Oh, I'm sorry, see all you fine people next time. Bye. Alright guys, I am headed to Janine's place for her birthday.